Hey guys, Blex back with another video. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but I'm gonna analyze the Tears of the Kingdom trailer and just some things you may not have known. So let's get into it. So first of all, I'm gonna talk about Lynels and bows. So in Breath of the so I'm gonna start with this. So you know how you can fuse things to arrows? Let's see, see a Keith's eyeball. You can, and then it just randomly attaches to it. Yeah. So with Lynels, as you can see here, they shoot multi-shot bows. Sometimes they could shoot 3 to 5. So my question is, in the new Zelda game, when you attach a Keith's eyeball with that bow equipped, will it all attract to one same monster or many different monsters? That's one of the questions. So as you can see here, this is the Eiji Aonuma's video. So with Fuse, imagine building. So I'm just gonna skip a little forward here. So as you can see here, it's gonna be a floating sailboat. But imagine having 5 of those rafts, and making a most box out of it, and using some tree logs in the background, and making a house with it. You could make it floating, you could not make it floating. It's up to any of you. You could make anything you want. So as I mentioned earlier, Fuse with the arrows. But now, I'm just gonna this is just a random question that I'll find out mostly on the first day or the second day that Tears of the Kingdom comes out. What are the weapon combinations that you can make? Are there still the elemental items like the Great Flame Blade, and the other ones? Because imagine having a tree branch and having that with a Great Flame Blade. And how will the item act? As you can see, Eiji Aonuma fused a long stick with a farmer's pitchfork. So, and there's certain names to it. So, how would it act if you had a Great Flame Blade and a tree branch together? It would be a one-handed, two-handed object. I don't know how that would look, but in my opinion, it would look pretty cool. As you can see here, this is another trailer. This is a underground dungeon, or the underground area. So you can see these Lizalfos, or Lizzles if you prefer. They are mining up ores, or something like that. But the special thing about these Lizalfos, Lizzles, is that they are covered in malice. So does that mean we might find malice bokoblins, malice moblins, Hinox, Taluses, Lynels, any of those? That's the next question. So I know you don't see anything right now. I just couldn't get the right video. But if Daruk isn't there, so he can't be a champion, or Riju, Sidon, or what's his name? Teba's son are the new champions. And we didn't see Yunobo or any Gorons that look like they could be protectors or champions. So if there is a champion, who are they? And yeah. The next question is, who is this? Might be a little blurry, but you get the picture. It's either Ganondorf, Demise, or a mix of both. It's front of a giant blood moon. So all we can assume is that is not good. Like that, not good. So we're gonna flip to Death Mountain. So the thing is with Death Mountain in this game, at least for some of it, it's the lava is malice. Like there's no lava, just malice. So we don't know. Like in the last thing, there's like in the last video. Like okay, I don't mean the last video, but in the last video we reviewed. If you go a little further or earlier, I forget. You can see that Ganondorf has a tear on his head, like one of the tears of the kingdom. And none of the other areas of the champions are affected, like Lanayru, Hebra, Gerudo. None of those are affected by malice. So Ganondorf may have taken the tear from the Gorons. It's just a theory, but that could happen because Ganondorf has a tear. Death Mountain's like gone basically, like no lava. So in the game, I guess we'll have to fix that. So yeah. So in this shot, where is Zelda? Is she in the present, the past, or is she in the future? Because that, we haven't seen any of that. And Zelda has her new clothing, because when she fell, she had the yellow glow of the recall ability that Link has. So, where is she? So here, Link is trying to save Zelda with his corrupted hand by Malice, and he fails. So in my last point, you can see around here that she has a yellow glow, just like the recall ability. So what happened? And speaking of recall, I know I'll just keep it here. So you know in Breath of the Wild how you were able to upgrade the stasis ability to stasis enemies? Imagine if you could rewind an enemy's movement in this game. Imagine that. A Gleeok, which is the fire Gleeok, flying up to, well, breathe fire on you. Imagine just reversing that. So it just goes back down and... Okay, I'm getting a little carried away, but still. So I know in, like, earlier, or, I don't know, so in one of the trailers for this game, it showed that the Master Sword was being corrupted with malice. That's what Ganondorf is after. Corrupting the Master Sword, which means Link cannot defeat Ganon anymore, or Ganondorf, or even Demise. So, after the Master Sword is half destroyed, mostly destroyed, what happens to it? Like, how do we fix the Master Sword? Is that a part of the quest, or something like that? So I know this is called like a gacha something, the gumball machine, that's what I'm gonna call it in the background of this screenshot. So it gives you Zonai parts, like for building items, like flying house, for example. But how does that work exactly? Do you need Zonai charges or different Zonai parts? and depending of the scale of the zonai parts that you give it, will that change the drops of this? Like, will it affect it? And here, if you look to the very right where the map is around, like above that, you can see that there is a Korok there. So, what will be the, let's say, reward for getting all these Korok seeds? In Breath of the Wild, it was, like, not that good. And if we look at the bottom of the map around, you can see that always there will be coordinates to mark your exact location and know where you are. Let's say your friend played a little and you have no idea where you are and you don't want to access your map. You just want to, know where it is. You would use the coordinates, or in the other game, in Breath of the Wild, you could see, in some parts of the desert where you couldn't see much, since the Sheikah Slate's map was bugged out, so you had to travel to another place to see it. So will these coordinates help you navigate your way around the map? And earlier in this video, I know I was talking about the Flame Gleeok. You might not have known what I meant. But in the first game, I believe it was, or around there, there was a dragon that was green. But in this game, you can see on this screen, Flame Gleeok at the very top. And I'll be getting this game the first day it comes out, so I know a bunch of other YouTubers will have the whole day, but I'll give an update on, I'll do a video on the day it comes out, the day after, and the day after that. So, yeah, it's been nice recording a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.